Alright, so let me go real quickly and show y'all a tour of our vegetable garden. I had several people asking me what they wanted to see what we got growing behind me. I guess it's been a while since I've really shown y'all around our garden. So let me check this out real quick with y'all and see what we got going on behind me here. Alright, so it's a little bit windy out here. Hopefully y'all can still hear me. So I got to get out here this weekend. We're going to do a lot of harvesting this next weekend coming up. But here's our potatoes that we've been growing. They're actually, if you look closely, they're starting to die back. So they are ready to dig up once they start dying back. I think they may be actually diseased, maybe potato blight. I'm not quite sure. Usually the potatoes will start to flower, and I never saw any flowers on our potatoes this year. We've had quite a bit of rain, drowning rains the past couple of weeks, to say the least. So nonetheless, whatever is going on with the potatoes, they got to get dug up because the plants are dying back, and the potatoes are just rotting the ground if we just leave them there. Our onions, now they're not doing so well. We planted these quite late, and the onions that I got were to a little bit poor quality actually, but some of these here may be ready to pull up. As you can see, they're already falling over. Onions usually when they fall over, that means they're ready to pull up as well. They didn't get very big this year. We're maybe about a month late planting those, so we've been using some of the onions as green onions and whatnot, but not a very good harvest of onions this year, mainly because of timing. Timing is key in growing your garden. So onions will be digging up pretty soon. Our potatoes will be digging up pretty soon. Our Swiss chard is looking great. We've been eating this like crazy. And I got some more younger plants here we planted. I'm probably going to dig up this older plant. It's getting quite big and overgrown, and we're going to start harvesting a lot of that and give some of that away. But usually the younger, tender leaves are a little bit better tasting. As well as we come down here, you can see my lettuce. We've been eating this lettuce. I'm going to pick some of this tonight. This romaine, as you can see, it's starting to bolt. I'm going to taste this here and see if it's even... It's not... Yeah, it's starting to get bitter. Once it gets hot outside, the lettuce will get bitter tasting and just won't be any good. So all this lettuce, we're going to harvest it and see what we can use and go from there. Come down here, I got cilantro growing very well. Once again, this is a plant that will start to bolt once it gets very hot, so we'll got to use that pretty soon. And then if we come down this way, past that, this is fennel. We planted this from seed this year, so we got quite a bit of fennel. A little row of fennel here growing. And past the fennel, keep on coming back here, we got some chives. They're slowly starting to grow. They're kind of being shaded by my jumbo Swiss chard plant here. That's one reason I want to kind of pull it out as well. Then over here, as you can see, these are all of our pepper plants. A couple of weeks ago, I went ahead and staked them up. I usually don't stake pepper plants, but last year I had a huge problem with every pepper plant fell over. Maybe some of it was due to so many peppers on there and the limbs were just splitting. But I went ahead and staked them all this year because we've been having some pretty strong storms, and I just wanted to make sure that none of them got destroyed in the storm, so we give them a little extra support, as you can see there. And they're starting to get peppers on. Just now, I've already actually picked a poblano pepper the other day for dinner. But as you can see, we got little peppers growing, and we got a wide variety of peppers out here. My basil that I had mentioned previous time, not very much of it came up, and it's still very slow to grow. You can see I just got a little bit of basil here growing. I may try to plant some more from seed, get another packet out here. So the basil didn't do too good, and I got two different varieties I planted on basil. And then here is some dill, fresh dill. We're going to use that for our when we make cucumbers. We've got quite a few cucumber plants for pickles. We're going to make pickles later. Anyways, let's keep on going this way here. These are a row of different green beans. This is the first section here. These are going to be the yellow wax. Then these are going to be a purple green bean. I forgot the name of them. And then the regular type of green bean here as well. Come down this way. Our squash is coming along very nicely, actually. As you can see here, started a little later than normally it would as well. No blooms on them yet, but there is our squash looking healthy. No disease or anything that I can see so far. Now I need to come down here and show you all this. Our garlic that I planted. This garlic here we planted a while back, and I may have waited too long to dig it, but I'm gonna harvest our garlic as well this weekend. Come back here, you can see our asparagus. We've finished harvesting our asparagus. We're gonna just let it grow now and leave that alone. Short window to harvest asparagus, and then you just kind of let it grow into ferns, and that's that. Here's our herb bed here, coming along nicely as well. If we turn around this way, you can see our tomato bed and one artichoke plant, of course. All of our tomatoes are coming along okay. They're not that great this year. I'll blame it on the people who are anti-tilling. I didn't till this bed, and as you can see, the tomato plants are, well, pretty lean, to say the least. And so I think the roots are just struggling to get down in the ground because the clay soil is just so hard. And but there are tomatoes growing out here, and we will still nonetheless get tomatoes. Not be as successful as last year maybe, but there are still plenty of tomatoes starting to come on the vine. Here you can see this tomato plant getting some on here. And one thing I did want to mention, I didn't mention it last time, is what I like to do is I do these garden tags here so I can tell what plant they are, and I put them on the top of the tomato plant so you can, once they start growing as big as they are, and usually underneath you cannot see the tag you've put in the ground. So what I like to do is have the tag up top here so you can just easily reach up here up top and figure out what variety of tomato plant I have growing here. So check out the link down below. You can find those on Amazon. I'll show that where I got that on Amazon there. Give you a link for that if you want to check these out. So yeah, it's real easy. Just come up here and see the tag up top, because once your pepper plants start really filling in, it's going to be kind of hard to find your tomato labels under the ground. Maybe they may get lost, but these never fall off and will last all season. So there's my little trick on labeling my tomatoes, because I like to grow a variety of tomatoes. And then here's our row of cucumbers we got growing here. We got a couple different varieties. As you can see, they're coming along very nicely as well. So they'll start trellising up our new trellis this year, and hopefully we'll get some cucumbers. Alright, so there's just a quick overview of our vegetable garden, what we got going on here at the beginning of May, and how it is looking. If we come around this way, yes, our chickens, they are gone. We did actually get rid of our chickens. We gave them to a person that has a lot of land and a farm, and they took our chicken coop and they're going to use it for baby chickens, their baby chickens that they have. We got rid of them quite a while back, actually. I keep on forgetting to tell y'all. I get a lot of questions about our chickens, but we've been quite busy with a 1-year-old and just one too many things going on right now. But we will be getting more chickens in, maybe a year or two when he gets a little bit older, and we'll redesign our chicken coop. But it was a great learning experience the first time for having chickens, and So no worries, we will be having more chickens, but this is where our chicken coop was. And so now what I threw down here are a few seeds, watermelon seeds, and they're just now starting to sprout here. We got several sprouting. So in this hopefully very rich, fertile soil where the chicken coop was, we're gonna grow some watermelons. But yeah, our chickens, we don't have them any longer, unfortunately. We would like to have them still, but it is just one too many things on our plate. So we will be getting them back soon, maybe in a year or two. That's not very soon, but we will have chickens again. And then time being, we got our vegetable garden growing here. So stay tuned for more exciting things we got planned, including planting an olive tree. And I've got a container gardening that I am going to try out. I'm not a big fan of container gardening, but I've got something that I think y'all will like and will be very easy to do. And we'll be able to grow a lot of food in it. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below if you got any questions. And make it a great day. Say bye. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Say bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.